Have you lost your faith in humanity? I know I have. So let's fix that with another episode of Extremely Happy Stories. Ginger Cat is local star for stealing hundreds of toys and presenting them sweetly to neighbors. It's the feline Robin Hood. A cat burglar and kleptocat, oh my gosh, come on, has stolen the hearts of Australians after becoming an internet celebrity for his relentless robbing of locals and their toys. Kay McCall and her husband were moving into a new apartment last year in Ferny Hills near Brisbane when they met a ginger cat who hopped over the fence looking for a head pat and chin scratches. It became an enjoyable daily encounter, but as the visits continued, they began to notice an accumulation of toys in their yard. It wasn't long before they caught him in the act. It turned out the orange visitor was bringing more than affection and neighborliness. They're bringing a stash. Gonna get caught up. McCall says he left in their yard several old socks, a school t-shirt, and lots of toys. What is the kitty doing with all of these things, and where does he get them? What is he playing at? What is this ploy? What is the secrets? He brought a beautiful little Peter Rabbit. After a while, we just accumulated a ridiculous number, literally an entire table full. They decided to post a picture of the pirate kitty and his haul on a Facebook group for locals, seeing if any of the toys belonged to the neighbors. Indeed, dozens of people reported they had been visited by Pirate Kitty. Or recognized one of his plundered items, and he instantly became a local icon. Pirate Kitty needed a home. Eventually, McCall tracked down the ginger cat's loving owners and established that no, it wasn't a vagabond, and that it had a home nearby, but the family couldn't keep him from wandering off. Later, the owners asked if the McCalls were able to help Pirate Kitty find a new home, since it was impossible for them to ensure his safety. Pirate Kitty is going rogue. Mutiny! Kitty overboard! Kitty overboard! He's dangerous. He has claws. A local resident, Ingrid Moyle, who regularly fostered stray animals, had recently lost some family members, so she decided that a new lover in their home would be a great idea. Because Pirate Kitty didn't respond to his actual name, Johnny, I mean, that's a pretty pirate name if I say so myself. Johnny the Pirate Kitty? I mean, oh, who lives in a neighborhood and steals all the toys? Pirate Kitty! Moyle called him Kylo. Kylo Kitty. After one of her favorite angsty Star Wars characters. There we go. I was a Pirate Kitty fan from the very first post, and then I saw the post that Kay put up saying his previous owners couldn't keep him anymore. Turning Pirate Kitty into an indoor cat was surprisingly easy. Was it now? Was he so hard to control after all? Did you just not want to be associated with pirates? Got something against pirates? What's wrong with pirates, huh? They didn't do anything to you. They just did everything to the whole neighborhood. It was stole and plundered and pillaged the whole neighborhood. It's not your problem. It's just Pirate Kitty's just what he does. You know, come on. But ending the chronic thievery was all but impossible. Okay, so that's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, yeah. I have a very, very large box of toys of different sizes and shapes, so I just tipped this toy box on the floor downstairs in the lounge room. Kylo now chooses a toy and drags it up the stairs to their bedroom, where he presents it to his new mother while she is presumably trying to sleep. Then he runs off to gather another. Since the happy ending, Pirate Kitty's fan base has asserted that Kylo actually now owns Moyle rather than the other way around, and everyone looks forward to new posts about the cat's mischief in the Ferny Hills home. Pirate Kitty plundering the neighborhood, bringing toys to nobody who wants them. Not toys to Kitty, so he's not really a Robin Hood type figure. He's more of just like a, I mean, Kleptocat is a pretty good one, but he kind of is just a menace, just bringing toys to unwanted folks, stealing toys from hapless folks who want the toys but can't have the toys anymore, and now those toys are somebody else's who doesn't want them. So I mean, he's kind of a nuisance. I mean, you know, but he's still cool. I mean, villains are usually pretty cool. I mean, Pirate Kitty's pretty cool villain. Just saying. Next, bride has slowest walk down the aisle as her ring bearer pet tortoise steals the limelight on her big day. A bride had the slowest walk down the aisle in history as she made her pet tortoise the ring bearer at her wedding. Vex Erica. What kind of name? And John Johnson. What kind of... Oh, Jay Johnson. Okay, I was about to say John Johnson. Vex Erica and... That was almost the perfect couple name. That sounded like comic book characters, especially with having a tortoise at your wedding. That sounds like a very comic booky thing to do. Like a really weird Marvel-esque thing to happen. Have a tortoise. I mean, especially after like Guardians of the Galaxy 3. There's all kinds of shenanigans in that movie. Just crazy. And a tortoise at your wedding bearing the ring just fits right in. Just bloop. You never know. Never even noticed. Vex and Jay first met while doing a wild tortoise survey 20 years ago. A wild tortoise. Okay. Wild as in not domesticated or in a zoo. But I was thinking like, wild tortoise! How wild can a tortoise get? is the plural of tortoise. Tortai? It's probably not. It's just tortoises. So it felt it was only right for their beloved sulcata tortoise, Tom Shellick. People are so clever. To be part of their wedding celebrations. The 41-year-old said that strawberries were dotted down the aisle for Always Hungry Tom to follow before the pair tied the knot last year. The mom of one said that the tortoise is your child now. Everything ran smoothly, and he even became the center of attention on her big day. I'm sure you have a tortoise bearing your ring at a wedding. Of course. Were you expecting anything else? No, you weren't. You weren't about to be like, this is my big day and everything's gonna go my way. I will be the highlight reel of all the things. Photographer person, make sure that you're focusing on me. Everyone is because this is gonna be my day. I'm gonna bask in the glory. And then you bring a tortoise and you decorate it with frivolities and you put a ring on it and you walk it down an aisle eating strawberries along the way. You really think that you're gonna be the center of attention? No. Photos captured show the 20-year-old reptile creeping down the aisle, following a trail of fruit while bearing rings in a floral basket attached to its shell. Erica said, "The only thing we were worried about was if ladies had painted toenails." If ladies had painted toenails and if he'd look at them and think they were fruit and maybe get off track and bite some toes. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Could you imagine this sweet little tortoise just starts yanking off toes at the wedding, just blood spraying everywhere. That'll really make your big day, don't you think? I was proud of how he did. I think he did great, and we're really happy with how everything went. The day after the wedding, I had several people text me like, "Hey, do you have any pictures of Tom?" Not the bride, just Tom. Erica said it took around 3 minutes for Tom to get down the aisle, while it took everyone else a matter of seconds. Still, getting him in the right direction was easy. Eats mostly hay and dry things like that because he's a desert-adapted species. So he's not supposed to eat a lot of fruit, but since he loves strawberries so much, we knew it would be a surefire way to get him down the aisle. A pod of whales adopted a stray narwhal, and they may have little narwhalies. Shut up. You can't have little narwhals. Get out of here. It's rare to find a narwhal as far as Canada's as far south as Canada's St. Lawrence River, but it does occasionally happen. But when a narwhal travels so far south and returns every year amid a pod of beluga whales, rare hardly fits the billing. Marine biologists in Quebec have had the pleasure of studying this fascinating phenomenon. A narwhal traveling, eating, and living with a pod of young male beluga whales as they cruise down the province's famous river. Drone footage indicates that the unique black sheep is a male and well-fed, indicating that he's been adopted into the pod. There are a lot of social interactions between the narwhal and the others, said Robert, President and Scientific Director, a group for research and education on marine mammals. GREM. That's a cool acronym for a place, thing, stuff. He is one of the crew. He is one of the bunnies in there. GREM has been studying this pod of belugas who have returned every year since 2016 and believe they are now reaching sexual maturity, when they will venture out to find a pod of females to court. Macaud is fascinated to see if the adopted narwhal has integrated enough to breed and produce a hybrid known colloquially as narluga. You actually can. Okay. I stand correct. Fan? I thought it was going to be like a weird liger can't... Though GNN feels an opportunity has been missed to call them narwhal. Narluga is so much cooler than narwhal. Narluga? First we have pirate kitties, now we have narluga, like tortuga, like pirates. Pirate whales! Pirate whales! In 2019, an Ontario/Denmark team of researchers confirmed the existence of narlugas through an analysis of skull received by a hunter-gatherer in Greenland. Lacking the long horn of a narwhal, which is actually a canine tooth, yet possessing characteristics of both animals, it gave some forensic evidence to know first-hand accounts of hybrids between the species. It was a first-generation hybrid, meaning the parents were a beluga and a narwhal, particularly a narwhal mom and a beluga dad. The narluga was bigger than both animals, similar to that of a liger. The result of a tiger and a lion breeding is also bigger than both. I didn't realize that. That's weird. Why is it bigger? I always thought that they were like smaller, stranger, not very well adapted to survive and procreate. But they're bigger? That seems like it's the opposite of what should happen. The St. Lawrence narwhal has had a lot to learn if it's to secure itself a beluga lover. A beluga lover. A beluga lover. Oh. Mr. Bombastic! I can't do it. Since the whales communicate with a vast array of localizations unknown to their horned cousins, However, it's not clear to Makad whether or not the narwhal knows itself to be a narwhal or it knows itself to be a beluga. Probably a beluga, because it's with other belugas and it doesn't even see itself. I mean, you don't see reflections in the water. What does the narwhal know about narwhals, and would he now know about belugas? Well, these are fascinating questions that'll never be answered. We all need to pick me up in this cold, cruel world. So spread the happy, share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe so I can keep filling up your stinky black hearts with warm, fuzzy sunshine. Love y'all. Bye.